Hey everyone, welcome back to BikeBeat, your home for honest, in-depth reviews and real rider insights. Today, we're looking at something very special, the all-new 2026 Honda Magna, Honda's bold return to the performance cruiser segment. This bike revives a legendary name, modernizes it for today's riders, and adds enough cutting-edge tech and refined design to make it one of the most talked-about bikes of 2026. So, if you've ever dreamed of a cruiser that blends muscle, style, and Honda reliability, this is one you'll want to hear about. The Magna name carries serious heritage. Back in the 1980s, Honda shocked the motorcycle world when it first introduced the Magna, a cruiser powered by a smooth, high-revving V4 engine. It was part of Honda's push to prove that cruisers didn't have to be lazy torque monsters, they could be fast, refined, and technically advanced. The Magna became iconic, and for years riders have been asking Honda to bring it back. Well, 2026 is the year that wish finally comes true. The new Magna isn't just a rehash of old ideas, it's a ground-up reinterpretation that keeps the V4 DNA alive while delivering modern performance, electronics, and styling. At the heart of the new Magna is a liquid-cooled 90-degree V4 engine, the spiritual successor to the legendary VF series. It produces around 115 horsepower and 90 Nm of torque, depending on the market tune. The power delivery is smooth, linear, and unmistakably V4, that perfect blend of torque down low and top-end rush that just keeps pulling. It's paired with a 6-speed gearbox and a slipper clutch, and Honda's added an optional bidirectional quickshifter for clutchless upshifts and downshifts. The throttle is ride-by-wire, giving razor-sharp response, and you get multiple riding modes, sport, standard, and rain, each altering throttle response, traction control, and power delivery. The moment you twist the throttle, you feel that V4 character, smooth yet powerful, confident but not intimidating. It's a cruiser that wants to be ridden, not just admired. From low-speed city riding to open highway blasts, the Magna feels alive. It's flexible in traffic and rock-solid on long rides. Honda didn't stop at the engine. The chassis is all new, designed to handle the balance between comfort and performance. The frame is a high-strength steel double cradle setup, tuned for rigidity and feedback. Up front, you have a 43mm upside-down fork, fully adjustable for preload and damping, while the rear gets twin gas-charged shocks with preload adjustability. The geometry strikes a perfect balance between stability and agility, which means the Magna feels lighter than it looks once you start moving. Braking performance is handled by dual 310mm front discs with radial-mounted 4-piston calipers, paired with a single 280mm rear disc, all managed by Honda's ABS system. The stopping power is strong and progressive, and the lever feedback is excellent. It feels controlled, predictable, and confidence-inspiring, especially when riding spiritedly through corners. Speaking of corners, this cruiser handles better than you'd expect. Most cruisers feel great in a straight line but start to struggle when the road gets twisty. Not the Magna. With its well-balanced frame and centralized mass, it tips into corners smoothly and holds its line beautifully. The wide handlebars and mid-forward foot controls give you plenty of leverage, and even though the seat height is low, ground clearance is surprisingly generous. Comfort is where the Magna really excels. The ergonomics are carefully tuned: a wide, slightly pulled-back handlebar, a sculpted seat that supports you in all the right places, and pegs placed for relaxed riding without overextending your legs. The seat height sits around 715mm, making it approachable for a wide range of riders. For long-distance cruising, there's even an optional touring seat and backrest. Honda's designers clearly spent time ensuring the Magna looks as good as it feels. The styling is muscular yet refined, a modern interpretation of the classic power cruiser look. The fuel tank is bold and sculpted, flowing smoothly into the side covers and tail section. The engine is on full display, with its polished covers and visible exhaust headers emphasizing that muscular V4 layout. Every line feels intentional, from the sharp LED headlamp to the compact tail section. The dual exhaust system, a 4x2 layout, gives off a deep, throaty note that instantly reminds you this isn't a typical cruiser. Lighting is fully LED, with a signature circular DRL headlight, sleek indicators, and a minimal LED taillight that keeps the rear end clean. The Magna rolls on 17-inch alloy wheels, fitted with wide radial tires that give it a confident stance. Colors include a deep metallic red, a matte black, a pearl white, and a limited edition titanium silver with bronze accents. Each finish feels premium, and Honda's paint quality is as good as ever. On the tech side, you get a 5-inch full-color TFT display that's bright and easy to read even in sunlight. It features Bluetooth connectivity, allowing you to sync your phone for navigation, calls, and music. Honda's voice control system also works seamlessly with helmets that support intercom connectivity. The display layout is clean, with a digital tachometer, gear indicator, trip info, and riding mode display. Cruise control comes standard, and a USB-C port is tucked neatly under the tank for charging devices on the go. Performance on the road is where everything comes together. The Magna accelerates effortlessly from low RPM and surges through the mid-range with power on tap. The V4 smoothness means you don't get the vibration typical of big V twins, and the sound, that subtle mechanical whine with a deep exhaust note, makes every ride special. On highways, the bike settles comfortably at cruising speeds, the engine barely breaking a sweat. Even 2 up with luggage, it has no trouble maintaining pace, thanks to its strong torque curve. Despite the performance, the Magna remains easygoing in daily use. Low-speed balance is excellent, clutch action is light, and the throttle mapping is smooth in all modes. Around town, it's surprisingly manageable for its size. Out on twisty roads, it's capable of far more spirited riding than a cruiser has any right to be. It feels planted, composed, and predictable. Fuel economy is impressive for the performance class. Expect somewhere around 35 to 40 miles per gallon depending on riding style. The 16-liter tank gives you a decent range for weekend trips or even longer tours. Combined with Honda's strong reliability and service intervals, the Magna should be both exciting and practical to own. Honda's also offering a range of factory accessories, luggage options, windscreens, comfort seats, and even a performance exhaust so riders can personalize their Magna to suit their style. Whether you want a long-haul cruiser, a stripped-down street muscle bike, or a stylish daily commuter, Honda has options ready. Now, let's talk price. The 2026 Honda Magna is expected to start at around $13,999, with top trims and accessories pushing it closer to $15,500. That places it right in the sweet spot between middleweight cruisers and heavyweight tourers. Given the level of performance, the premium engineering, and Honda's bulletproof reputation, the pricing feels very fair. It's not a cheap bike, but it's one that gives you true long-term value. So what makes the Magna special? First, the V4 engine. It's rare in the cruiser world, and it gives this bike a distinct personality. Second, the balance of performance and comfort. It can carve corners, handle highway miles, and still look good parked at a cafe. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2026 Honda Magna. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, share it with your riding buddies, and let me know in the comments what you think about Honda's comeback into the power cruiser scene. Would you choose the new Magna over something like a Harley Sportster S or an Indian Scout? Don't forget to subscribe for more detailed reviews right here on BikeBeat, where we ride, review, and live motorcycles. Ride safe, stay smart, and keep that throttle happy.